possible. The governor is living on his knees. He's serving on his knees. We will pray for him. I will continue to pray for him. Secondly, what is the role of the FCT minister and the State House of Assembly in the declaration of a state of emergency? They needed the structures of Rivers State. They wanted to have unlimited access to the coffers of Rivers State. And the state of emergency availed them all these things they needed. One, the state of emergency restored the local government structure to the FCT minister. The state of emergency made it possible for the FCT minister to appoint the governing councils of the tertiary institutions in the state, from Rivers State University to Ignatius Ajero University to Bori Polytechnic and Captain Elecha Amadi Polytechnic. He has appointed his cronies. He has also appointed his cronies in the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. He has appointed his cronies in the Local Government Service Commission, Microfinance Agency, and several other boards, including Riwama, including UBEC. That is the only thing the state of emergency has done for Rivers people. The advantage, the benefit, is only the FCT minister and the State House of Assembly that has reaped it. As far as I'm concerned, Rivers people doesn't reap a single benefit from the state of. My name is Honorable Dr. Nami Robinson Ewoh. Well, like I will always say, anything that have a beginning must have an end. I said it from the onset, and I will keep saying it, that the declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State is not necessary. It wasn't necessary because Section 305 of the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended set out the conditions under which a president can declare a state of emergency. None of the conditions that should have warranted a state of emergency was existent in Rivers State. Besides that, the same constitution did not give the president any power to suspend an elected governor or suspend a state house of assembly. The entire thing was done in error. And now that we have come to the end of it, we look forward to a new beginning. And what are the new beginnings? The governor will have to set out a new agenda for the state. He will also have to complete ongoing projects that were stalled during the 6 months. As far as I'm concerned, it's completely a new beginning. We can't talk about peace without justice. We cannot talk about peace without justice. First and foremost, the question in the minds of Rivers people is, what was the sin of Sir Seminala Fubara that warranted a state of emergency? The governor didn't commit any offense. Secondly, what is the role of the FCT minister and the State House of Assembly in the declaration of a state of emergency? They needed the structures of Rivers State. They wanted to have unlimited access to the coffers of Rivers State. And the state of emergency availed them all these things they needed. One, the state of emergency restored the local government structure to the FCT minister. The state of emergency made it possible for the FCT minister to appoint the governing councils of the tertiary institutions in the state, from Rivers State University to Ignatius Ajero University to Bori Polytechnic and Captain Elecha Amadi Polytechnic. He has appointed his cronies. He has also appointed his cronies in the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. He has appointed his cronies in the Local Government Service Commission, Microfinance Agency, and several other boards, including Riwama, including UBEC. That is the only thing the state of emergency has done for Rivers people. The advantage, the benefit, is only the FCT minister and the State House of Assembly that has reaped it. As far as I'm concerned, Rivers people doesn't reap a single benefit from the state of emergency. If anybody have a contrary view, let the person tell Rivers people what they gain. As I speak to you, Rivers people doesn't benefit from the emergency. Yes, the governor is advocating for peace because he's an innocent man that doesn't do anything, doesn't commit any crime. And there was a high-level gang up against him, from the president to the presidency, to the National Assembly, up to the Supreme Court. It was a gang up to strip him of power. Today he's back. He's asking for peace. The peace is between him and the FCT minister. Not the FCT minister with Rivers people. Because FCT minister doesn't have any problem with Rivers people. The peace is between him and the House of Assembly, who made it possible for a state of emergency to be declared here, and the president, who, ignoring the Constitution, declared the state of emergency here. Rivers people doesn't need any peace because they don't quarrel with anybody. We pray for the governor. Let those that reach the peace pact with him, the FCT minister, the state assembly, and the president, let them keep to the point. The agreements they reached. It's not Rivers people that will keep it. We don't benefit anything from it. We are not part of the peace pact. But as our governor, we have agreed that whatever peace he reached with the parties I have mentioned, let them keep the peace so that programs can run in the state. A Rivers man, I have no business with Ebas. Because ab initio, I condemned his deployment to this state. I said it from the beginning that it wasn't necessary for Ebas to come to Rivers State. But the State House of Assembly, the FCT minister, and the president, jettisoning the Constitution, brought Ebas to this state. The reason for which they brought him is only known to them and not to Rivers people. If Ebas has not kept to the terms and conditions of his coming to Rivers State, as far as they are concerned, let them go and probe him. It's not Rivers people that are asking for probe. We didn't bring Ebas. Let those that brought him go and do their probe. Rivers people are not part of it. Me, I'm not part of it. Forward, you know, one American actor said, it's better we die on our feet other than living on our toes. If you see the situation of the governor, what has happened in this state is unprecedented. That somebody that is not a minister, that is not the governor, a minister of the FCT, Federal Capital Territory, conducted the election into local government councils without the governor. He appointed boss agencies, parastatals in the state without the governor. The governor is more or less living on his knees. We will continue to pray for the governor. Look at the House of Assembly, they won. The governor has not even resumed. Bring your commissioners list. That isn't the practice. I served in the State House of Assembly for 8 years. The standard practice is that if a governor has any correspondence, the governor sends it to the State House of Assembly. The State Assembly doesn't request for correspondence from the governor. It's an anomaly. It's an anomaly. It's not part of the practice. It's not the standard practice. So that is why I said the peace is between them and the governor. If actually there is a peace and they are all keeping to the terms of the peace, what warrant the State Assembly they want to ask for commissioners list? It's not possible. The governor is living on his knees. He's serving on his knees. We will pray for him. I will continue to pray for him. So that whatever peace agreement he has reached with these parties, let them keep. Because the governor, I know, will keep to the peace agreement. My advice to Rivers people is that we have maintained peace up to this moment. Let us continue to maintain the peace. We have maintained the peace. We will continue to maintain the peace. Because Rivers State today looks like a conquered state by one single man. One single man controlling the state from Abuja. What do you expect Rivers people to do? Do we protest? The answer is no. We have gone to the court has not given us justice. What do we do as Rivers people is to maintain the peace. the trouble won't come from us. The trouble will still come from them. Rivers people should continue to maintain peace. They should continue to, they should trust him, continue to trust him and his government.